A very good morning. You're watching News9 with me, Deepak Bopana. And the first up, the increasing number of rapes, assaults and molestation cases in Bengaluru has left many aggrieved. Now, numerous organizations and groups were seen on the streets raising their voices against increasing atrocities against women. Now, 68 pro-Kannada organizations have also joined and called for a bandh in Bengaluru today. Meanwhile, the city will turn into a fortress. 1,000 home guards, 50 KSRP platoons, 24 car teams, 2 BSF platoons will be deployed to maintain law and order in the state. Now, just yesterday, the Home Minister had given clear directives that anyone indulging in violence will be booked under the Gunda Act. Now, given that scenario, one is hoping that the bandh turns out to be a peaceful one. The big question is it safe for you to step outside? Will there be violence on the streets? Now, these are just a few questions on everyone's mind, but not much is expected to happen as many have refused to take part in the bandh. Now, public transport will function as usual with KSRTC, BMTC and auto drivers and organizations and cab drivers also refusing to participate in this particular bandh. The government was expected to extend their support, but the government schools and colleges will remain open. Banks, hospitals, pharmacies and ambulance services are expected to function as usual. Milk supply too will be unaffected, while the Karnataka Film Chamber of Commerce too will not participate in the bandh. Now, a decision on private schools not under KUSMA joining the bandh will be taken by the individual school management. Now, this is depending on the situation. If the areas where the schools are located, if there is a possibility of violence, the school may remain shut. Private schools, however, are playing it safe. Most of those private schools are shut today. The security in the city has been beefed up. They are prepared for any sort of agitation which may be seen in the course of the day. You see that the market, these are live visuals coming in from the market, KR market that is. Seems look pretty normal at the market. Milk and newspaper vendors as well functioning as usual, making sure that milk and newspapers reach homes before any kind of agitation kick-starts in the city. Now, buses as well are functioning like usual. You see there on your screens, these are live visuals from today morning. The KSRTC, BMTC and auto drivers organizations and cab drivers have refused to participate in the bandh. So you will see a regular transportation system in the city. Now, all of you waiting for your milk and newspapers at home, need not worry, as these vendors too have been functioning as normal. I'm joined in by my colleague Bansi. Well, Bansi, we understand that you're around the Majestic area. What is the scene like around that area there?
Well, this is the Majestic area I'm at. And the trains, Bengaluru has more than 60 pairs of trains which make daily movement, bringing in passengers. So many of these passengers who came in early, they have taken auto rickshaws, buses, because movement of buses is nearly normal early morning. Also, we have a lot of outstation and also important locations in Karnataka. Buses come into Bengaluru from all these points, and many of them ending the journey at Majestic bus stand. So we've seen fairly normal movement of passengers so far, because the early morning rush that comes in, auto rickshaws were available early in the day, although because of the bandh, some of them are charging excess. But more or less the movement fairly normal at the Majestic area. And also, if you look at the police presence all across Bengaluru, there is a substantial police presence. Easily more than 2,500 additional security forces deployed all across Bengaluru. So what we see is the city's force of about 17,000, 18,000, including traffic police, are all out on the streets. And every effort is made to show police presence on from the street so as to deter any untoward incidents. So what we are seeing is across the city, because movement of traffic is also fairly normal, some of the shops and the business establishments open, but very cautiously, because should there be any slighter sign of violence, then they could pull down shutters.
Right, Bansi. It was my colleague Bansi there going on to say that around Majestic right now the situation pretty normal. There are buses plying. However, people who are getting down who are coming from out of station need to take some autos, and these autos due to the band are charging a little extra near the Majestic area. However, the buses are plying as usual around his vicinity there. So we will be bringing you the latest updates from across the city. Our reporters are already stationed in various locations in the city who will be bringing us the latest updates. For more on this, now I'm joined in by my colleague Arun Sundaram. Well, Arun, we just spoke to Bansi. He said situation around the Majestic area pretty normal. Now, can we expect any activists making their way around these areas or any other areas in the city soon? Looks like we lost him on the phone line there. Meanwhile, the visuals that you see are from today morning. Now, KR Market functioning normally. There are vegetable vendors who are out on the streets as usual. The BMTC and the KSRTC buses plying as usual as well. You see that the milk and newspaper vendors functioning as normal. Well, the big question is, everyone's wondering if there will be violence on the streets. Is it safe to step outside? Is it safe to go to schools which are open? Is it safe to go to offices? Well, as of now, the situation remains under control. The security has been beefed up. Now, the Home Minister also issued a statement that anybody involved in any kind of violent act will be booked under the Gunda Act. Considering all these aspects, we hope to see a peaceful Bandh today. Now, with many organizations, the KSRTC, BMTC and the government colleges and schools deciding to stay out of this particular Bandh, we might see a peaceful one. Now, commutation will again be peaceful because the KSRTC, BMTC, auto drivers organizations and cab drivers have refused to participate in this Bandh. Government schools and colleges will remain open. Banks, hospitals, pharmacies and ambulance services are expected to function as usual as well. Now, milk supply too will be unaffected. The Karnataka Film Chamber of Commerce too will not participate in the Bandh. Theatres across the city as well have not been ordered to shut down. They will function. They will remain open as usual. Now, a decision on private schools not yet clear. Now, many private schools have decided on their own to remain aloof. They will function as normal, while many others have decided to stay shut, not wanting to take any risks. Bandh will go on till about 6 o'clock. About 68 pro-Kannada activists have come forward calling for this Bandh. There are also chances that the Bandh might turn violent. Now, I'm once again joined in by my colleague Arun Sundaram. Well, Arun, we spoke to Bansi a while back. He said the situation around Majestic pretty normal. Now, can we expect activists around the Majestic area or any other areas in the city soon?
Deepak, as I have been telling time and again, it's too early day to take a call, but clearly there could be some incidents of violence. You can't totally rule out that this will be a peaceful Bandh, but look at it from the government's perspective. It's government versus the rest who are. That's the kind of equation they've built up, which means effectively the government will do everything to ensure that the Bandh is not a successful Bandh. That's the reason why they have said that the BMTC and KSRTC buses will ply, government schools and colleges will remain open, and the private sector, that's the private schools and colleges, will have to take a call on their own. Also remember, it is but believed at this point of time that it will be normal business for most of the business establishments. As such, not any instance of vandalism or violence has been reported as we speak. But remember, things could go out of hand. That's the reason why you are seeing such a huge amount of police presence and bandobast that is being done. We will have to wait and watch, but clearly, as you rightly pointed out, at this point of time, as we speak, there's no indication of any violence. Things are going normally. Buses are plying. Essential supplies, particularly milk supplies, have not been hit. So it's all but normal. But whether this situation will continue, say, 2 hours down the line or 3 hours down the line, is very difficult to take a call at this point of time. But we will have to wait and watch how the situation unfolds. But clearly,